You will arrive to your overview page. If you've submitted or started a registration form, you'll see where your registration is in the Native Nonprofit Day process. A lot of you are probably impending if you've submitted already. Once the team has approved you to be published on the site, you will actually see it say approved here. The other option is that your registration will be incomplete, and there will be a link to go complete that registration. And that's if you chose to save and finish later rather than submitting on the spot. So you can always check your registration status here at the top of your overview page. The main place I want to spend some time today is your organization page. So something to note when you are on your organization page is that this is truly your live page, and you'll be able to make updates to it right here on the site as you're going. All you have to do is click into edit mode, and it will turn all of the icons on that help you edit your page. One of the main things I already mentioned is your logo here. So you'll just click this pencil icon, and then you'll see it'll offer you to upload an image. And you'll see here as well that there are a lot of different sources to upload an image from. The local files is just your computer, so a lot of you will probably use local files to bring in your logo. We do have a 1-to-1 ratio for the logo. So you'll see here, the Native Ways Federation has cropped it down to their iconic symbol here. You can do something like that, or you can simply go into Canva, which is free, to resize your logo into a 1-to-1 ratio. So however you'd like to get it done, we get the 1-to-1 ratio logo. You'll click save at that point, and it'll start to display right here as soon as you've done it. Additionally, we have this cover photo here, and you'll have the photo icon here, which is how you change your banner image. We do recommend having very minimal text, as in this example, or truly just an image in this banner image, since it can resize on mobile sometimes. Our entire site is optimized to respond well to mobile. So if it resizes and the text gets hidden because you have a huge, banner wide text, that may not look as good. So I would just recommend keeping text minimal to none on this cover photo. So again, first 2 steps, really just uploading some images, get your profile logo set and your cover image. One other thing I want to note about this logo image here is that this is what carries over to your search. So make sure that you're putting your logo there. I'm sure your board of directors face is lovely, but this isn't really a profile photo, it's truly a logo. So that's what donors will see in the nonprofit listing. Next, if you see that your display name is out of date or needs to be updated, you can easily do that by clicking this pencil icon here, and you can update your display name right here on the screen. When you click save, it will auto update. Again, all of these updates are made live, so you can see the changes as you're making them right on the screen. If you have not been on our site before, you might see these items shadowed out. All you have to do is click plus, and you'll be able to display a goal, and then you can edit that goal to the amount that you prefer. You can also easily hide that section if you decide you don't want to display a goal. And that goes for the fundraising stats as well. So you'll see how easily I, showed and hid this. We really do make our site user-friendly, so you can play around, display things and then change your mind later. That's totally fine. I recommend, if you're comfortable, just clicking around a little bit on here. One of the other main sections that we would like everyone to put some information in is this About section. So you'll see that the Native Ways Federation has taken some great information off of their website and other publications, and they've added that here. Don't feel like you need to reinvent the wheel when you're filling out your About section. You can very easily copy from your About page on your website, go on your Facebook or Instagram, and bring things over from there. So you don't have to create anything special for Native Nonprofit Day unless you'd like to. You can put as little as a small paragraph, like, maybe this section here, if you want to be really short and concise. But as you can see, there's a lot of room for you to build out this section as much as you'd like, and as much as you're comfortable and have time for, to really inform your donors on Native Nonprofit Day about your work in the community. And then one thing when you're filling out the About section, just make sure you're always clicking Save here to save your work. If you don't click this Save button, you may lose your work, which I will admit has happened to me before. So I always like to point out this Save button for everyone. As you're adding content, just kind of click Save every few copy paste that you do, or typing out that you do. There's an optional second tab that you'll see they chose to use. That's completely optional. If you want to add more information, you can. Otherwise, that tab will just be hidden on the public view. As you scroll down, you'll see there's some other sections here that you can add, just that same plus button I showed you at the top of the page. One of the main sections we talked about adding is the giving activity. So once giving is live, if you click plus giving activity, it will start to show donations that have been given to your organization. If you haven't received donations on our site yet, nothing will show up until you do, and that's okay. Or you can choose to hide the section until it's time for giving to open. So I highly recommend adding that section. As you saw, one click and I have some content on the profile, so very easy for you to have that displayed and build out your profile with minimal time investment. The media gallery is another great place to bring over photos. Again, completely optional, but you'll see here there's some great posts from Instagram that they've brought over. All you have to do is upload those into the section with this little pencil icon. You can add media and you'll see it's the same exact uploader that you saw for the logo upload. So all of our media uploaders are the same, and you can bring content over here and just tie it right into your media gallery. So I'm going to stop there as far as the profile items, because I know this is a lot of information you can fill out. Again, really just focusing on those bullet points we had in the slide that you'll see, really that logo, that cover photo. Definitely double check your display name if you need to, and then adding that about section is highly recommended. Something else you may want to do is kind of preview this from a public view. All you have to do is click out of edit mode, and you'll see that all those icons go away and only the content you've supplied is here. So you'll see those plus icons are no longer here. You can see exactly what a donor would see from the front end. One other section I wanted to show you is the checkout section. This is a great way to thank your donors right away. So you'll be able to create this thank you page. This is basically what shows up on the landing page once a donor makes a donation. So it's a great opportunity to immediately give them a thank you. As you can see, Native Ways put just some nice text in here. You do have the option to add photo or video if you'd like, but some nice text and then a custom button. Again, we have that save button here, just like in the about section. So just be sure that you're clicking that save button. And then as far as the custom button, when you click the pencil icon, you'll see that there's two different options. We have the default button, which will take them right back to your organization page, or you can use the custom button. I like to use the custom button because it's free and it takes your donors to the next step, really, as far as engaging them. So just kind of think about what you'd like to do here. You can do just like Native Ways and put your organization website. If you have an event coming up, feel free to link an event registration to this button. You can have people sign up for a newsletter if you have a sign up, or you can ask them to follow you on social media. So really get creative with that button and think about if you had a new donor come in on Native Nonprofit Day, what would you like them to do as a new donor to your organization? Once you've made that decision, you just click save here and your button will be displayed on that thank you page. Stephanie, are there any questions in the chat about what I've been talking about?
Yes, one question.
Mhm.
If someone has submitted their registration form, they're waiting for us to approve it, can they go in and update their profile right now?
Yes, absolutely. Once you have administrative access to your profile, you'll have access to this dashboard and you can start updating right away.
Great. We had another question that I answered, but we have other organizations who participate in things like Colorado Gives Day or Give MN. What did they ask? Are they different profiles? How do they get logged in? Are they the same login?
Yeah, so it will be a different login in a way because you'll want to go to the givenative.org site and log in there to access your profile. We will. We have a list of the organizations who are on multiple platforms. We actually have to turn a redirect off so you can access both of your site versions. The main difference is the URL. So as you're going between sites, you'll see this one in this example, givenative.org. When you're on the GiveMN site, it would be givemn.org. So that would be the main difference, but your profile actually carries over between both. So I would say definitely updating to a nice evergreen profile that would apply for both campaigns. If you have questions about how to manage both profiles, definitely reach out to support@mightycause.com. Our team is well versed in helping those who participate in more events.
Let me just double check if there was anything else. I think, and how many admins can you have for your
You
profile?
can have as many admins as you would like. If you go to settings and then click on admins here, you'll see we have Stephanie and Burrell on this page. They actually would have access to add additional admins if they'd like for their page. So once you have access, you can actually give access to your colleagues. We do recommend using your, as they have done here, your organization email, just to ensure that if anyone changes roles or moves somewhere else, that admin access is tied to the email, not the person. So just keep that in mind. Organization emails are preferred. And then if you have admin access and someone on your team has requested it, you'll actually see that request here and be able to approve. So you are welcome to add admins yourself.